Good evening, welcome to South Asia Newsline. I'm Akansha Parimu. Here are the top stories we are tracking for you on Friday the 29th of June. Indian Prime Minister launches key projects at Premier Health Institute in New Delhi. India hints at cutting oil imports from Iran after US sanctions. And Nepal to buy material for explosives from India. And now for all the details. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Friday laid the foundation stone of the National Centre for Aging at India's Premier Health Institute, AIIMS, in New Delhi. The centre will provide multi-speciality healthcare to the elderly.
Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Friday launched key projects at the All India Institute of Medical Sciences or AIIMS in New Delhi. The Prime Minister laid the foundation stone of the National Centre for Aging at the Premier Health Institute that will provide multi-specialty health care to the elderly. He also inaugurated a motorable tunnel connecting AIIMS to nearby trauma centre building. The Prime Minister asserted his government has made healthcare accessible to common people as never before, and initiatives are underway to build a healthy foundation for New India.
साथियों, इस सरकार का विजन सिर्फ अस्पताल, बीमारी और दवाई और आधुनिक सुविधाओं तक ही सीमित नहीं है। कम खर्च पर देश के हर व्यक्ति को इलाज सुनिश्चित हो, लोगों को बीमार बनाने वाले कारणों को खत्म करने का प्रयास हो, इसी सोच के साथ नेशनल हेल्थ पॉलिसी का निर्माण किया गया है।
While addressing the gathering, India's Health Minister JP Nadda reiterated the benefits of the National Health Protection Scheme for the common man. The scheme aims to provide medical reimbursement of nearly $7,300 per family annually and is expected to protect 500 million poor people.
India's Foreign Ministry on Thursday clarified that the statement by the US regarding reducing imports of oil from Iran was not India-specific and is applicable to all the countries. The ministry said it will take all necessary steps, including engagement with relevant stakeholders for energy security.
India's Foreign Ministry on Thursday clarified that the statement made by the United States in connection with reducing imports of oil from Iran was not India-specific and is applicable to all the countries. A ministry spokesperson said, as far as India is concerned, it will take all the necessary steps, including engagement with relevant stakeholders for energy security.
I think it talks about reducing imports of oil from Iran 20 by 4th November. It should be noted that the statement was not India-specific and it applies to all countries across the world. As far as we are concerned, we will take all necessary steps, including engagement with relevant stakeholders.
This comes a day after US Ambassador to the United Nations Nikki Haley on Wednesday told Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi that it was imperative for New Delhi to cut its dependence on Iran for oil. Haley was on a 3-day visit to India to enhance cooperation between the two countries, including on counter-terrorism.
In news from Bangladesh, among the various challenges faced by Rohingya refugees, shortage of safe drinking water has become an acute one in Bangladesh. The refugees have been struggling for basic survival facilities since their exodus from Myanmar.
Nearly 1 million Rohingya refugees living in Bangladesh are facing shortage of safe drinking water. The refugee camps have shortage of water for domestic use too. There are only 2 types of deep wells installed to meet their needs, one that are 40 feet deep and ones that are 700 feet deep. Rainwater has also become an important source during monsoon. To make the available water safe for drinking, chlorine tablets are distributed in these camps. Every family is given 140 chlorine tablets per month to treat their water at the household level.
সেটা তারা আছে দি তারা লই যাবে না দি তারা তো দুঃখ কষ্ট করে চলে দিয়ে মানি গা দিবা দিন আব্বা দোয়া করে দেড়ে গা নদুয়ে মানি পানি ভা দিয়া দুয়ো না ভা দিয়া নদুয়ো 3-4 দিনও তো মানুষ গা ধুয়া তা যাবে হসরা ধুয়া তা যাবে
যে পরিমাণ পানির দরকার সে পরিমাণ পানি নাই ইভেন যতটুকু টিউবওয়েল দরকার ততটুকু টিউবওয়েলও নাই যার কারণে পানি শর্টেজের কারণে যতটুকু পানি আছে সেটাকে প্রপারলি ইউজ করার জন্য এই ওয়াটার পিউরিফায়ার ট্যাবলেট অ্যাক্টিভিটিস আমরা এখানে লিড দিচ্ছি
Looking at the erratic water supply at these camps, refugees have to prioritize the limited water for drinking and other household work. Nearly 700,000 Rohingya Muslims fled into Bangladesh and other neighboring countries following a military crackdown last year in Myanmar.
Moving on to news from Nepal, running short of raw materials for explosives for about 1.5 years, the Nepalese government has forwarded the procedure to procure them from India. Nepal's army claims the raw materials, which include the chemicals for manufacturing of the explosives, will be entirely used for development activities.
The Nepal government has forwarded the procedure to procure the raw materials for the manufacturing of explosive from India. According to the Nepalese army, the raw material, which include the chemicals for manufacturing of the explosive, will be entirely used for the development activities. Nepal, which has been purchasing the raw materials for the explosive and other military equipment from India, had run short of explosive for nearly 1.5 years.
In Nepal, we use explosive for the construction of the road, for the construction of the dam, and this whole explosive, the responsibility to transport, to provide explosive it goes to the Nepalese army. So this is our responsibility, since this is a very dangerous goods. So if this goes to the somebody's hand, then it may not be very good. That's why it's completely controlled by the Nepalese army.
Upon receiving the raw materials, the Nepal army will process it in the immersion plant in southern Hithora city and prepare the explosive. As per the data from the Nepal army, a total of 3,600 metric ton explosive is required annually.
An international literature festival underway in India's northern Shimla city is attracting scores of book lovers. The 4th edition of the annual book fair will conclude on July 3rd.
An ongoing book festival in the hilly town of Shimla in India's northern Himachal Pradesh province is drawing the attention of scores of book lovers. This is the 4th edition of the book fair, which has been organized by the Okad India Trust, where books of over 50 publishers are displayed this time. The authors from across the province are happy as they are getting a platform to showcase their literary work.
बुक्स की वैरायटी, हालांकि हमारे पास यहाँ पे जगह कम होती हैं गैटी थिएटर में, लेकिन हमारा उद्देश्य ये ऐसा होता है कि यहाँ पे एक छोटे से बुक फेयर में तकरीबन 35 से 40 स्टॉल के बीच में होता है। इसमें हर तरीके का बुक्स जो कि आम लोगों की ज़रूरत को पूरा कर सके, चाहे वो चिल्ड्रन बुक्स हो, चाहे वो हिस्टोरिक हो, चाहे वो लिटरेचर से हो, इंग्लिश या हिंदी या साइंस टेक्स्ट से हो।
इसमें ये जो एक अच्छी पहल हुई है, इन्होंने ये एक फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट एक स्टॉल हमें दे देते हैं। तो क्योंकि जैसे 4 साल से लगा रहे हैं ना, 2 साल तो किसी ने इनिशिएटिव नहीं लिया, तो पिछले साल से मैंने इनिशिएटिव लिया आगे आके कि मुझे आप स्टॉल दे दो। तो मैंने क्या किया था पिछले साल भी कि मैंने कम से कम कोई 75 लेखकों की किताबें मंगवा के यहाँ डिस्प्ले के लिए भी और सेल के लिए भी रखी थी।
The book fair is getting a good response despite the introduction of the business of buying and selling of books online. The fair, having over 30 book stalls, will conclude on July 3rd.
India is fast emerging as a potential destination for the cruise tourism. With robust economic growth and rising household incomes, more people are opting to spend their vacations undertaking a cruise.
A holiday on a luxury cruise is a dream for every individual. In India, robust economic growth and rising household incomes are giving a boost to the cruise tourism industry. More people are now opting to spend their vacations undertaking a cruise. To tap the vast potential and attract more vessels, the Government of India is working on a new cruise tourism policy.
Government of India has made a task force of Ministry of Tourism and Ministry of Shipping. So they had appointed an international consultant, Vermelo and Ajamil. They have given a roadmap for the whole country on how to develop the cruise tourism. Main parts of that are ease of business, in which immigration systems, CSF systems, customs, port regulations they need to improve. Second is marketing of the whole cruise tourism. Third, in general, port infrastructure.
India has a very small share of the world cruise tourism market. As against 23 million passengers taking a cruise globally in 2016, current estimates indicate that approximately 120,000 Indians book a cruise annually. As the government announced cruise tourism development as a project of national importance, it may attract up to 700 vessels from its present strength of 70 vessels a year.
We are also now getting people interested in starting cruises from here. We see a lot of Indians also now interested in going on cruises. Currently they have to fly to either Dubai or Singapore to catch a cruise, which means added expenditure also and added time also, you know. So what we propose is now that create a basic infrastructure, additional berthing place and cruise terminals, dedicated cruise terminals at Mumbai port, etc., to be enable big international companies to start cruises from here, to enable the Indians also to go on cruise.
Costa Neoclassica, a luxury Italian cruise liner, has chosen Mumbai as its home port.
A lot of cruise liners are showing interest right now, and I think there will be small initiatives which are there in terms of small ones coming in initially, and then I think in the next 3-4 years you'll see a very different landscape or seascape of India.
India has 7,500 kilometers of vast coastline. The idea is to put the country on the global cruise map, both for oceans and rivers, which will help to create jobs and boost growth. New infrastructure will be developed at 5 major ports, including Mumbai, Goa, New Mangalore, Chennai and Cochin. It includes hospitality, retail, shopping and restaurants.
It's an absolutely beautiful experience because you go out into the ocean, there's beautiful music playing, and that's why I came back this year.
सबको एक्साइटमेंट होती है कि क्रूज में भी जाके देखे कि क्या होता है वहाँ पे, कैसे मतलब समुद्र के एक्चुअली बीच में जाता है, तो वो एक्साइटमेंट देखने वाली होती है कि हम बीच से समुद्र को देखें.
Indeed, more Indian tourists can go on their dream vacations on a cruise and enjoy finest cuisine at sea.
Well, that's the way it was in South Asia this evening. Before we conclude, the top stories once again. Indian Prime Minister launches key projects at Premier Health Institute in New Delhi. India hints at cutting oil imports from Iran after US sanctions. And Nepal to buy material for explosives from India. Now our viewers can watch the show on SouthAsiaNewsline.com. You can also visit us on Facebook.com/SAsiaNewsline and follow us on Twitter @SAsiaNewsline. That's all in tonight's edition. We will see you same time next week. Have a great weekend. Good night.